taking the time, and thank you for having me. It's truly a pleasure to be part of this conversation and to connect with the global events community.
Thank you, Sarah. I think you've already set this scene. I would like to welcome our audience to this Middle East Inside the Region, a series of real conversations from the business events frontline, where we hear directly from leaders shaping the future of our industry across the Middle East, especially in times of uncertainty. The aim is very simple: to share what is really happening on the ground from the leaders who are actually working in the region. We want to give a clear, honest picture of what events are going on, what's changed, and how the destination is moving forward. Today, I'm pleased to be joined by Sarah Al Buheji, Chief Executive Officer of the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority, and the leadership force behind Exhibition World Bahrain, one of the region's world most significant investments. Thank you, Sarah, for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Andrew. Pleasure is all mine.
Let's start with what everyone wants to know. From your perspective, how would you describe the current situation in Bahrain, in particularly about the events and the activities, the day-to-day operations, and where has there been any changes wherever the events have been moved? How have you managed to organize this on ground? How the organizations on ground are managing?
Thank you, Andrew. I think it's great to showcase the current situation, but it's also important, if you allow me, I really want to take a quick step back into 2025. 2025 was a great year for EWB. We shaped the momentum we're seeing now, and it's been without a doubt a breakthrough year for us. We saw an increase of 150% in footfall, and we saw an increase in the number of events that we held in EWB, around 22%. But beyond the numbers, I mean, numbers are very important and data is very important, and those are the things that navigate our way. But we really stood out in the diversity of the type of events that we held within EWB. We had education events, medical events, creative industries, lifestyle, sports. That mix itself gave us a very strong and resilient model. A significant percentage of those events really took place from international agencies that came to Bahrain and did their event within EWB. So if anything, it really shows Bahrain's position on the global events map. Now, the current situation and how 2026 carrying the momentum into 2026, I would say we've started very strong. In fact, quarter one was significantly outperformed the same period in 2025, which was quite encouraging for us, seeing a very successful year that we started from 2025 into the quarter one of 2026. Overall, operations today, alhamdulillah, they're ongoing. The dynamic, the evolving of events. Yes, we did have few events that were postponed and rescheduled either for quarter three or quarter four of 2026, and some of them, very few of them actually, that will take place in other years. But 2026, maybe quarter two, we see a setback that not only reflected in Bahrain itself, but also in the region, given the situation and what happened because of the Iranian aggression towards the region. But honestly, I see our industry by nature is adaptable. We are very much resilient. We saw that in COVID-19. We came out from COVID-19 better and stronger, and hopefully will adapt to that. And this is what's happening today. Now, if I may, I'd like also to add that the events that were postponed are very few. beyond 2026 due to the circumstances, as I have mentioned. And they are really, I think, because of those events or those organizers, their confidence within Bahrain and within the region, I really believe that they will come back. We don't have any lost opportunity. What we have is most of them are just postponed, which we agreed to, and honestly it was a mutual agreement between us and the organizers. But events we have in quarter 3 and quarter 4 are remaining. We are actually very confident that we will deliver strong big events, and it will be a success for Bahrain, for EWB, and for the event itself.
Great insight, Sarah, and I think you have reassured that the progress is very, very high. And that leads me to my next question. Bahrain has always been known for strong collaboration with government and the venue and the other wider industry. From your perspective, how does this collaboration, how does this work? How does it make the organizers feel more confident? And how does Exhibition World Bahrain really support this confidence in a very, very practical way?
Thank you, Andrew. Today, what makes Bahrain different, honestly, is the people of Bahrain. And today, what makes us strong is that we are a strong believer that the government and the private sector works closely together. We all form Team Bahrain today, and in fact, working together hand in hand with our partners from Bahrain or from the international market gives us this assurance today and gives this supportive feel. And what makes our events very successful, we really work from our heart, and we really want things not only to benefit the Kingdom of Bahrain or the Exhibition World Bahrain, but to benefit the entire industry or the entire sector. If I had to put it simply, it's less about stopping and more about reshaping and moving forward and working together to ensure that our industry remains strong, resilient, always have been and always will be, despite these adjustments on our calendar. But we remain active, we remain strong. There is always something that we look forward to.
Thank you so much. You sound so passionate about it, and I'm sure that this collaboration is the most unique one in the region. But like we say in our industry, collaboration is the key for the success of this industry. As you know, that many associations will continue coming back to Middle East, in the future. How do you position Bahrain in this environment of the future of the business events? And what do you think is the message? What message would you like to share with the international organizers and the associations who are probably considering Middle East in the near future?
Sure. Looking ahead, what gives us a lot of confidence is the strength and the diversity of our upcoming pipeline events. We have a mix of international exhibitions, industry forums, large-scale events, smaller-scale events. At the same time, we continue to build on our anchor events, for sure. Those recurring platforms that audiences and industries continue to rely on and look forward to every year. So we have those events that happen from the start of or the opening of our venue and is continuing, and this reassure everyone, the consumers, the businesses, that we are moving ahead. I think it's important also to be very honest about where we are today. And this is a challenging period for the industry, but activity has not stopped. And this is what I really want to stress on. We are very dynamic. It's been shifted. We are adapting it quickly in response to these changes, but we never stop and we will not stop. We've placed a strong emphasis on flexibility, whether it is in how events are structured, how quickly they can be mobilized, or how we support organizers today through challenging times. At the same time, we are staying very, very close to both our local and international partners. Locally, there is still steady engagements, which is the improvements of maintaining the continuity. Internationally, of course, we are focusing on staying connected, maintaining the dialogue, like how we're having it today with you, Andrew. I think it's important for us to be speaking, to showcase what is the current situation and what we are doing going forward. Just maybe in the closing, it's really important for me to summarize where we stand today. I would say that we are very realistic. We are also very optimistic, and I say that not lightly, because being optimistic is very earned, and our team and our partners are our event organizers, and we have been very much connected with them. We have challenging time, not only in Bahrain, but together. And their confidence here makes us very proud today. We've built a strong foundation, and this foundation has been tested and proven. And we have the right partners in place, a very clear plan to support the market, and perhaps most importantly, that we are working together to shape the way forward. Yes, this is a moment of adaptation and reflection, but it's truly a belief that the industry is coming back stronger, better, very much resilient, and more innovative and more connected ever before.
Great message, Sarah. I think, Bahrain has been uh, probably my most loved destination, because it's so much close to nature. I definitely would like to echo everything that you have said about the region. Me being part of this region for such a long time, and sharing your honest opinion and insights has really given us a good wrap of this session. Conversations like this is exactly why we created this series, so that we can pass the direct message and the accurate voices from the Middle East to the global community. To my audience today, with this episode, we have covered all the 6 destinations in the Middle East. We will continue sharing knowledge to this platform in our upcoming new series, because real conversations help us to move forward together.
And Andrew, honestly, Team Bahrain is waiting for you.
Thank
Ecan
you
with
so
for
much.
everyone to come back, and we assure you that we can deliver strong events, strong shows together. So thank you really for taking the time with us.
Thank you, Sarah, for joining us today, and keep tuned for updates happening with us, Danica. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.